Hi once again. I thought it was about time I put more lamps up, and I thought, well, I won't put anything too exotic to start off with, but a lamp which I haven't had that long. It was one found at a local junk shop. I say not long ago, probably about a year ago, at a local junk shop where they had a box of odds and ends. Always good looking through boxes of stuff. You never know what you're going to find. And as I say, this is not a particularly rare lamp or a valuable lamp. It's just the kind of lamp that you would probably have found in the 1960s, 50s, 60s. The kind of lamp you would have probably have bought at good old Woolworths or elsewhere. Unfortunately, I don't know the maker of it. There's no etch with any name on. I'd imagine it's probably 40 watts, single coil, typical type of arrangement inside. I can show it up against the light up there. There's the innards. It's fused on one of the leads in. It's a clear glass fuse as well, I can remember. Yeah, it's not the fuse has not got like sand around it. It's just a glass tube with the thin wire inside. Bayonet cap, which is the standard cap used over here in England. I believe in France as well, they use this same cap, bayonet cap. Or BC, I think, also stood for brass cap at one time, or brass collar. Anyhow, something like that. And there's the contacts at the base. And I say, I would say probably 60s more than 50s. Nice coloured one. It's got a natural glass. It's not one of these ones that are painted. It's a natural glass colour through and through. I've shown it a light on the first picture which comes up to view. It could have been Woolworths. Don't know how many of you out there remember Woolworths. I remember Woolworths quite well. I suppose I was brought up by going to Woolworths, and their lamp department was quite interesting. They had the whole range of household lamps. Okay, you couldn't get mercury vapour lamps or anything like that there, or even fluorescent lamps. They were exclusively tungsten type lamps, and I think these were actually made by one of the other big companies for Woolworths. The name that comes to mind is Splendor, and Splendor is also a branch of Philips, very popular in Holland. The Splendor lamp company in England was situated near Morden, between Morden and Mitcham, on the factory estate, the same factory estate that housed another company called Lyons Brothers, which was the Trian company, and quite a few other companies out there. They were in the days that have gone by. I think the obvious Splendor lamps have gone. There is a thermometer works there, which I think is still there. Anyhow, it was a time going back, and these lamps were supplied to Woolworths as a budget range. They were non-ring price lamps, the budget price lamps, only single coil, never coil. And they were in the typical yellow and black box of the company called Sunshine. In fact, it's quite rare now to get a sunshine lamp. They were later added to by another name, Vesta. So if you ever see Vesta or sunshine lamps, you know jolly well they originated in good old Woolies. Unfortunately, Woolies are no longer with us now. Like all these names, things are going. You've got another firm just about to go broke, Wilko. So these are things that happened. And before Woolies went, their selling was completely different. I'm talking about the old Woolies, where the shops were identical, more or less, whatever town you went to. If you found a Woolies, that was where you went. And they did, as I say, sell loads of lamps. But household type lamps, not your mercury vapor ones. Anyhow, as I say, I assume this might be a sunshine lamp. I don't know, because obviously there's no name on it. It could well have been made by Osram, Mazda, Siemens. Don't know. But it's a well-made lamp. And you often find with these lamps of glass, which are coloured glass, they're normally heavier. And this one is fairly heavy. And believe me, it's gas filled. The reason I say it's gas filled, on the little photo I'm putting up with it alight, it's on reduced voltage. I put it on the Variac, and even that, you couldn't touch the lamp afterwards. After turning it off and taking it out, they get very, very hot, which indicates it's gas filled with nitrogen gas. It's an inert gas. It's the vacuum ones which tended to not get hot, but gas filled lamps did get hot. And that, believe it or not, is more or less all I can say about it. Any questions, please ask. I know it's not a complete rarity. It just shows you what can turn up if you keep your eyes open in junk shops. I know these shops are getting less and less now. Even boot sales, I think they've sort of lost their popularity. I must admit, I haven't been one for ages. I must remedy this. So I suppose what's taken over is eBay, which you pick up lots of stuff. Yep, that is more or less it. So once again, thanks for watching. If you do ever get these type of any old lamps, preferably use a Variac to check they're okay, because you can start with a lower voltage and then just wind it up. Failing that, put they're called a dim bulb. It's like a bulb in series with the lamp. So with this lamp, you could have probably wired in series a 100-watt lamp, and that reduces the actual current. But failing that, the good old Variac will do the job. Anyway, I've been talking too long. So once again, thanks. It's made a change. Probably try and find some other lamps. I've got so many upstairs, but unfortunately, they're more or less stacked away in boxes. So, it's a case of perhaps delving through boxes to see what is going to turn up. But that's that. Anyhow, thanks again, and I'll put this one up. Thanks again. Thank you.